Let's see. All right. Hey, y'all. Hello. Happy Sunday. I am finally here, y'all. Let's see. Hey, y'all. Hello. Happy Sunday. I am finally here. Let's see. Hey, y'all. Hello. Happy Sunday. I am finally here. Let's see. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. I apologize for the echo. All right. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please give me a thumbs up. You can leave a comment. Please let me know that you can hear me and see me before I get started, okay? I hope you're doing well. I hope your family is doing well. Listen, y'all, I don't know about you, okay? Let me know if you feel the same way. I am so excited, y'all, okay? It's like a new day is coming, okay, to America. Do you feel like that? Let me know your thoughts, okay? All right, who do we have on tonight? Thank you all so much for your patience, for staying up with me, tuning in. I appreciate all of you, okay? All right, yeah, we're going to start this. Let me see. I have my mic here. Let me turn my mic on. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Let me see. I want to start off with a song here, okay? Hello, everyone. Thumbs up for Trump. One more day, y'all. One more day until President Trump takes office, okay? Thank you all so much for your support. Hopefully that's not too much light here. Testing. I don't know. I may have to charge this up. Let me see if it's working. Testing. Okay, y'all, we're going to see what's going on here. Hold on, it's still blinking. Testing. That's all right, y'all. We're going to go like we are. Okay, hello, everyone. Welcome. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, please know in the chat. Testing. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on with this thing. Testing. Testing. Okay, we're going to go like this, y'all. Okay, I'm going to start off with a song. Y'all already know. Let me see here. Hold on. Let me get something added here. Hope everyone is doing well. Today, it is Sunday evening, January the 19th, y'all. One more day until President Trump is inaugurated. I don't know about you, but I'm excited about it, okay? The reason I'm excited, one of the main reasons I'm excited is because he has said, okay, President Trump has said while on the campaign trail, okay, that he's going to put a stop to all of this gender confusion amongst our children. You know, adults can decide to be whoever they want to be at an adult age, but when ideology, things are being pushed, there's an agenda, things being pushed and forced on our children, that's a concern, okay? And so, you know, in some cases, right, children, okay, minors, were even able to make decisions to change themselves without parental consent. Okay, so Trump has said he's going to put a stop to that. He does not support that, and that is a big reason why I chose to support him. Okay, so I am truly excited. I don't know about you, but I feel like there's a new day coming to our country, coming to America, and let me know your thoughts on that. Okay, you all, please let me know. I hope the comments are working. Please let me know if you can hear me and see me before I get started. Let me see here just a second. I got a couple of topics, things I want to talk about on the episode tonight. This inauguration eve, okay, I guess you can call it. Things I want to talk about on the episode tonight. I hope I'm coming through clearly. It looks like I am. Hopefully you all can hear me and see me, okay? I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our community here. Thank you so much for your support. See the thumbs up. All right, thank you. All right, so I put a poll question in the chat. Is this your first time watching Andrea Speaks TV? I would like to know. Again, I want to say welcome to everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for your support. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to start off with a song. You've heard me, for those of y'all who have followed the channel before, you've heard me sing this song. And how fitting it is to sing it now that it is Sunday, January 19th, 2025. I may have said 24. Forgive me if I said the wrong year. Here it is, Sunday evening, inauguration evening, January 19th, 2025. Okay. So I just want to start off with this song. You all have me sing this before. I even had a subscriber supporter tell me that Trump should have gotten me to sing this, okay? So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. God bless the USA. There's so much going on, y'all. So much devastation, so much loss. So many things are happening. I find the words of this song to be inspiring, okay? So I hope that it encourages you. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again. Thank you all so much, Mama, but that's okay. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today. But the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we went and say. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love it. God bless the USA. God bless the USA, okay? All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a couple of stories that I want to share with you all. Let me see here. Before we get started, again, I want to say thank you all so much for support. I appreciate you all. I do want to invite you to subscribe and join our community, okay? All right, give me just a second, y'all. I'm just adding some information here. All right, you all please let me know that the comments are working. Before I get started, I just want to make sure the comments are working, okay? Right now I can't any comments but my own. I'm not sure exactly why the case, but please let me know before I get started that comments are working. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, y'all. So again, I wanted to do this special live tonight on the eve of President Donald Trump's inauguration. Actually, I haven't really been watching it, but some of this inauguration festivities, I guess you could call them, have already begun. Just in case you're wondering, okay, what time does President Trump actually become president on inauguration day? Let me just go over some information with that, okay? So according to my sources, y'all, okay, according to my sources, inauguration day is full of ceremony and celebration, much of which is either outlined in the U.S. Constitution or by the influence of presidents past, okay? Now with Donald Trump's, that was my microphone. With Donald Trump's inauguration, okay, just a day away, right? Preparations have already been underway. Everything from the swearing-in ceremony to the different balls and parties that follow. Okay, while some Americans are familiar with the major beats of January 20th, including the recitation of the presidential oath of office and presidential parade, many may not know that the Constitution goes into detail about when inauguration should happen, even down to the precise time. Okay, let's talk about this, y'all, okay? Now, here's what you may need to know or want to know about Trump coming transition to office on inauguration day. Okay, I told you I'm super excited. Many of the policies that I was very concerned about, specifically regarding children being confused with gender identity, and certain things that it seems like children should not even be introduced to or talked about to at their particular age. Okay, Trump is doing away with that. Okay, specifically, what I'm speaking on is all this gender confusion and being able to take things like puberty blockers and change themselves, in some cases even permanently, okay, without parental consent. So that was very concerning. And, in my opinion, okay, it is a good thing that he is saying that he is not going to support that, okay? Let me know your thoughts as well. Thank you all so much for those of you out who are tuning in. Okay, someone said this is their time watching. Okay, I have a poll here. So please make sure you answer the poll. I'm always curious to find out, whether or not I have some first-time viewers. So again, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our community. Y'all, I have over 400 videos right here on the channel. And so I appreciate you all, and I thank you for your support, okay? Listen, inauguration day, okay? Someone asked the question, when is inauguration day? Okay, at the time of this live broadcast, right? It's Sunday, January 9th, 2025. Okay, the inauguration actually takes place tomorrow, okay, which is Monday, January 20th, 2025 in Washington, D.C., okay, our nation's capital. And do you know that this year, okay, the inauguration day also happens to fall on Martin Luther King Jr. Day this year, okay? So there are two big celebrations, big occasions going on this one day. Okay, now listen, y'all. Inauguration day always on January 20th. Okay, that was another question that came up. Actually, inauguration day has officially been January 20th, or in some cases January 21st if the 20th falls on a Sunday since the year 1937. Okay, did you know that? I did not know that. After the 20th Amendment was passed, according to the National Archives. Prior to that, inauguration day took place on March 4th or the 5th if the 4th fell on a weekend. Okay, now the first ever presidential inauguration of George Washington was supposed to take place on the first Wednesday in March, which set the precedent for the March 4th date. Okay, however, according to my sources, it ended up being pushed to April 30th, 1789. I almost said 1989. I would have been way off, y'all. Okay, so let me say that again. Okay, the first ever presidential inauguration of George Washington was supposed to take place on the first Wednesday in March, which set the precedent for the March 4th date. However, it ended up being pushed to April 30th, 1789 due to inclement weather, Congress from arriving in New York City in time for the planned ceremonies, okay? Speaking of inclement weather, you all know that in many parts of the United States, including where I am here in the South, we're set to get another warm, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here now, but outside it's like bitterly cold, y'all, okay? So much so, the weather is predicted to be so cold. I'm getting information. I have gotten information. Actually moved the inauguration services or ceremonies indoors, okay? Have you all heard that as well? They've actually moved it indoors, okay? You know, just out of the safety of safety and wellness, I guess you could say, out of for those who are involved, okay? Specifically the people who have to set up outside and stand outside, and, you know, they want everyone to be safe and maybe, you know, not get sick, okay? Now, what time does Trump officially become president on Inauguration Day? People had that question. According to my sources, the 20th Amendment gets even more specific than outlining the date on which power transfers from one president to another. In fact, it even dictates the transition down to the minute. Listen to this, y'all, okay? According to the amendment, the 20th Amendment, which is available to read in full on the National Archives website, okay? I'll try to go in and link it in the on the community later. The president-elect officially becomes the sitting president the stroke of noon, that's 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 20th, okay? This is true regardless of if the president has taken presidential oath of office or not, okay? So by 12 p.m., he will be the president, okay? Now, generally speaking, my sources say, the day is meticulously planned to ensure the oath has been taken by or as is possible to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Now, another question that brought up, what exactly does the 20th Amendment say about timing on Inauguration Day? Here's the text of the 20th Amendment, Section 1 in full, which says, and I quote, the terms of the president and the vice president shall end at noon on the 20th day of January, and the terms of senators and representatives at noon on the 3rd day of January, of the years in which such terms would have ended if this article had not been ratified, and the terms of their success shall then begin, okay? More on the 20th Amendment, my sources say that the Constitution also outlines the process for officially certifying a new president based on the results of the election. According to the 20th Amendment, if a new president has been chosen or certified, if a new president has not been chosen and certified, or if the president-elect has passed away before Inauguration Day, the vice president-elect takes over the position, okay? Congress can present the case that neither the president-elect nor vice president is qualified to take the position. Do you know that, okay? In which case, Congress either chooses an acting president or decides the process by which to select a new one. This person would serve interim until a president or vice president is qualified, okay? Here is actually what takes place, okay, on Inauguration Day. There was a question, what happens on Inauguration Day? Inauguration Day is planned by the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies, or the JCCIC, which is abbreviated name, and the Presidential Inaugural Committee. The major beats generally go as follows. Okay, listen at this, y'all. They have a swearing-in ceremony, President's Room signing ceremony, inaugural luncheon, review of the troop, presidential parade and reception, and the inaugural balls. Okay, so that's just some information for those who kind of, you know, want to keep up with what goes during the presidential inauguration, okay? All right, y'all, listen, I have a poll here on the channel. It looks like 3 of you have already answered the poll. Is this your first time watching Andrea Speaks TV? 1 person said yes, and 2 of you said no, okay? So I also want to say not only thank you to my new subscribers, new supporters, but I also want to say thank you to my returning subscribers and supporters as well, okay? Thank you all so much for your support, okay? Now, speaking, y'all, of inclement weather, there are winter warnings, okay? Winter warnings are in effect for several states, even possibly 10 inches of snow to hit some of these areas, okay? So please, please, please make sure that you check your local weather report. Winter weather warnings are in place in 5 states from the National Weather Service. Some of this started early this past Thursday. Okay, Thursday morning, we're up to 10 inches of snow forecast for some parts of the country. Snow can interfere with travel and create hazardous driving conditions, while winter storm can cause power outages. Okay. Additionally, y'all, freezing temperatures may present health risks, especially according to my sources for vulnerable groups like infants and older adults. Okay. Now, at the time of this writing, okay, which was just a few days ago, the National Weather Service had issued winter storm warnings for parts of West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. Okay, so please listen out, tune in if you are in those particular states or anywhere nearby. Okay, the National Weather Service has also had winter weather advisories for parts of Ohio and Alaska. While expected snowfall varied from state to state, total snow accumulations of between 10, y'all, 10 inches were anticipated for portions of northeastern, northern, and southwest Virginia. Okay, the agency said. The National Weather Service also warned, okay. Hi, okay, hello to you viewing from South Carolina near Charleston, okay, a very beautiful area, and I appreciate your support. What was the weather there in Charleston, South Carolina? Is it cold? I hear it's cold all up along the East Coast, okay. So I hope Susan Fit 47, you and your family are doing well, okay. Thank you so much for always supporting me here on the channel. Y'all listen to this, okay? They're also saying that in some instances, the roads could become slick and hazardous, and commutes may be impacted, adding that visibility could be reduced at times, okay? Here's what people are saying, okay? Speaking of, oh, this is Charleston, West Virginia, okay? I thought this was a quote from someone in Charleston, South Carolina, okay? But the National Weather Service out of Charleston, West Virginia said on X, formerly Twitter, this past Wednesday that winter warnings and advisories will be in effect for portions of northern and eastern West Virginia from 7 a.m. Thursday through 7 a.m. Friday, okay? And again, it's Sunday, y'all, so that has already passed. Parts of Cleveland, I believe Cleveland, Ohio, Anchorage, Alaska, also put out their own winter weather advisories as well. Listen to this, y'all, okay? At the time this article was written, which was just a few days ago, the latest winter storm warnings were in place until 7 a.m. on Friday. The latest winter weather advisories were in place until 3 p.m. Saturday. Okay, again, this I have to update my information here. Forecasts are subject to change, however, and the National Weather Service issues updates regularly on its website. Okay, so please, 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 y'all, make sure that you check your local weather report. Okay, while I'm here, let me go. Sometime I check weather.com. Today was warm, about 65 degrees. It's going to be 26 degrees. Right, the weather is crazy, okay? It warms up, then it gets extremely cold. Here in Georgia, the wind chill, okay? It's like the wind just like slaps you in the face. It is like super, super cold, okay? There are some parts of Georgia, especially when you get into South Georgia, close to Florida, not used to seeing snow at all, okay? So there are parts of South Georgia to Florida where there's forecast to be winter weather. And because a lot of times year round is, you know, not, I won't say so warm, but it's mostly warmer weather, very little snow. It does get cold, some instances ice, but some places, okay, there were even some concerns that some places simply may not have had the equipment, okay, the proper equipment to deal with such hazardous conditions, okay? So that is one thing also to keep in mind. This weather has, I told y'all, it's been some unusual weather patterns that have, how long have, for those of you all who have been following me on the channel, how many years now have I been, wait a minute, for this time of year, this is very unusual, okay? I had a chance to speak to someone from California, and I was asking them, you know, was their family okay? And they were saying, yeah, their family wasn't in the area, but they were saying it was unusual because this is not, and if anyone from California is watching, correct if I'm wrong, but I was told that it was concerning, it was unusual because January is not typically a fire season in California, okay? So again, y'all, all kind of unusual weather. So listen, they're calling this particular storm, okay? I have a name for this. I'm going to type it in the chat. They're calling this Winter Storm Enzo. Okay, so let me type this in the chat. Winter Storm Enzo. Okay, and that's E-N-Z-O. Let me see what's with this. Okay, I see what's happening here. All right, let me type this in, y'all. You can do your research. You can check your local weather, but they're calling this particular storm Winter Storm Enzo. Okay, let me type that in the chat. It's Winter Storm Enzo. Let me get back to that here. Okay, the storm, I put it in the chat, Winter Storm Enzo. Okay, so here's, according to sources, here's the latest information. Okay, let me get back to my article here. All right, so they're saying, okay, at the time of this article, Monday, January 19th, Winter Storm Enzo is a rare snow ice threat as far south as the Gulf Coast, including Houston and New Orleans. Listen to this, y'all, okay? The National Weather Service has posted winter storm alerts across the south from in eastern Texas to parts of Georgia. Cities in these cities in those alerts include, listen to this, y'all, New Orleans, Tallahassee, Florida, and portions of the Atlanta metro area. Okay, these alert that snow, ice, and wind, okay, could combine to make conditions dangerous. Early this week, roads may become covered in snow and or ice, and power outages are possible. Okay, here's Monday night's forecast. Now, y'all, speaking about tomorrow night's forecast. Okay, according to sources, the first collision of cold and moisture will likely occur over Texas and Louisiana late Monday. Okay, please let me know where you're watching from. I'm here in Georgia, so I am directly in the path of this winter storm. Okay, it is likely that there will be a zone of snow, sleet, and freezing rain, especially near and south of Interstate 20 to the Gulf Coast. Many bigger Texas cities will see the threat of snow and ice. This again, y'all. Many bigger Texas cities will see the threat of snow and or ice, including Houston, San Antonio, Austin, and Corpus Christi. The northward extent of this wintry weather is the most uncertain part of the forecast, so expect changes. Okay. There's some ice threat for parts of South Texas from Galveston to the Rio Grande Valley. Okay. Now Tuesday. Okay, in my particular area here in Georgia, snow is already forecasted for Tuesday. But listen to this, y'all. Okay, Tuesday's forecast that moderate to major impacts are possible from eastern Texas to southern Mississippi, including Houston and New Orleans. Closures, dangerous travel, power, and other infrastructure disruptions are possible. Okay, are you all listening to what I'm saying? They're also saying that snow and ice will spread farther east along the Gulf Coast into parts of Alabama and Georgia, the Florida Panhandle, and the Carolinas through Tuesday night. For now, precipitation will fall as snow along and north of Interstate 10 and as a wintry mix along and south of Interstate N. Okay. All right. Hello. Welcome. Okay. Someone said, thanks, Andrea, from up north, 14. Right now, you got me in my 16 months. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Okay. If this is your first time tuning in, and I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our community. Okay. I hope you and your family are well and warm, and said you are, let's see, okay, up north. I hope that you're bracing for the winter weather that's there. Okay, thank you again for your support. Listen, y'all, wind gusts. Okay, they're even talking about wind gusts. Actually, let me go back up one. Okay, so for now, it says precipitation will fall as snow along and north of Interstate 10 and as a wintry mix along and south of Interstate 10. Okay, precipitation in the Florida Panhandle expected to begin Tuesday as plain rain, they're saying. During the evening hours, this rain may become freezing rain or sleet as temperatures cool. Okay, again, y'all get into the Florida Panhandle where they don't always see snow in these particular areas. Okay, wind gusts. Remember, I was telling you all, it's like the wind right now, when it just hits you in the face, it's just like it's extremely bitterly cold. Okay, they're saying that wind gusts over 30 miles per hour are possible near the Gulf Coast. This could blow snow around and lead to broken branches, okay, which could also lead to power outages. Okay, the southern and eastern extent of the storm's moisture and thus snow and ice is highly uncertain, they're saying. This includes the Atlanta metro area, where hazardous travel is possible Tuesday, depending on how far north this storm snowfall spreads toward Interstate 20. Okay, much of this storm will be over with by Wednesday morning, they're saying. but some snow and ice might linger in the Northeast Florida and the coastal Carolinas. Okay. As far as the snowfall forecast, below is a list of the latest snowfall forecast, but keep in mind changes are likely given lingering uncertainties in the forecast. Okay. In my particular area of Georgia, they're saying that accumulating snow is also possible in parts of Georgia and the Eastern Carolinas. As mentioned earlier, the northward and eastern extent of any accumulations is highly uncertain, including around Atlanta and the rest of Georgia and the Carolinas. However, even light amounts could create hazardous travel conditions. Okay, at least my sources say at least a few inches of snow will pile up from southeast Texas into Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and southern Alabama, they're saying. Where bands of heavier snowfall rates develop, we could see higher totals of up to half a foot, especially in southern Louisiana and southeast Texas. Okay. There's also a zone from the Florida Panhandle to coastal South Carolina, and also Texas that may pick up enough ice to cause tree branches to bend and roads to split. Okay. The wintry mess could create a tricky setup. The configuration for the snow and ice threat is common as we slide through late January into the second half of the winter. Widespread Arctic air, y'all. Arctic air. Think about how cold that is. It's taking over much of the central and eastern U.S., including well into the deep south. This source of fresh, cold air, my sources says, the first ingredient needed to get snow and ice along the Gulf Coast. Okay, now at the same time, they're saying, y'all, at the same time, a weak wave of low pressure over the Gulf of Mexico will help lift moisture northward into the region, resulting in snow and ice. Okay, so please check your local weather report, make the necessary preparations. Okay, here on the channel, I prepared this playlist. I have different videos, even back in, what was that, y'all, 2021, 2022, when I covered the severe ice storm that hit Texas area. You can check out my mini video here. Okay, do you all have any questions or comments? Okay, I just want to come on live and talk about the excitement, the anticipation of President Trump returning back to office. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Okay, I don't want to keep you all long. I'm just looking to see if there's any other news going on. Please, tomorrow, again, y'all, President Trump will be inaugurated. I hear that there are some planned protests in Washington, D.C., maybe other parts of the United States. Not everyone is happy or excited that he's returning to office. So please, as I always say, make sure that you keep your head on swivel, pay attention to your surroundings, situational awareness, okay, knowing what's happening around you at all times as well, day and night, okay? Crazy things are happening in the broad daylight as well as nighttime. So anytime you're out, try not to be distracted, especially if you have a child or small children with you, someone that you have to care for. Keep aware of your surroundings at all times. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Any questions or comments? Are there any other stories that we need to talk about? The wildfires, the fires that are happening in California, again, very concerning. I did want to go over an article about that. It even seems biblical. Okay. These fires that are happening in California seems to be, something biblical. I know people may have their different opinions about that. I can't say that, I haven't seen something of such magnitude been reported in the news like that. I know there was a fire in Texas that burned several thousands of acres. This particular fire in California that has been burning, I did read one report where one of the firemen or several firemen were saying, hey, it seemed like as soon as they put the fire out, the fire started again. So it's kind of like really going on. What is behind these fires? So it's very devastating. I know a lot of people and organizations have come together to raise money for people in the area. And so, but listen, y'all, according to my sources, okay, this is out of KTLA, okay, KTLA News. It's been reported that rebuilding LA, Los Angeles, after devastating fires will be a monumental task. Okay, now listen to what my sources are saying. Okay, rebuilding Los Angeles is going to take many years, and wealthier Angelenos will likely be able to pick up the pieces much faster than those with less means. Okay, now from the sources that I have read, okay, it's mainly been reports of celebrities, wealthy people who have lost their homes, these big, nice mansions, multi-million-dollar mansions. Very rarely, okay, have I heard about non-celebrities, okay, people who are not celebrities, rather. I haven't really heard it reported about losses, okay. Also, people have brought up the topic of, the wildlife in the area, how animals are just showing up in people's yards, and because they're trying to move away from the fires as well. So the extent of how these fires have affected only people, but animals as well, is very great, okay. It's very far reaching. But according to my sources, okay, KTLA consumer reporter David Lazarus spoke with a housing developer to discuss challenges of rebuilding after natural disasters, focusing on the perspectives of home builders. Okay, Lance Williams, the CEO of Williams Homes, emphasized the importance of homes reviewing their insurance policies with experts. Okay, now there were also some reports that read many of these people who lost their homes, they did not have fire insurance. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how that works, but that was one concern as well. Also, something that was brought up, there was a concern about the availability of contractors and laborers to handle the massive rebuilding task. Okay, so again, these are just some challenges to rebuilding in this area. Let's see. They also spoke about the pressure on materials and labor costs. And the discussion also touched on potential, they're saying, for economic disparities in the rebuilding process. Okay, I also read a report, okay, and you all can comment on this as well, but they were saying that there was a plan already in place for the future of LA to be something similar to like 15-minute city. Okay, have you all heard of anything about that? Or I have several supporters, subscribers from California. Is that said to be true, that there were plans, whatever this particular areas were, that they wanted to take the land or use that land for some type of redevelopment in the future? But, of course, people were living there. They didn't want to move. Almost kind of similar to what happened in Hawaii. What is it, the Maui fires? Anyone heard about that or any similarities or anything like that? So they're already saying that it's going to take many, many years, okay, based on the amount of widespread devastation, that it's going to take many, many years to rebuild, okay? There have been reports, several people lost their life. There's a story right here. I'm looking on KTLA. Is it Palisades, y'all? Is that how you say it? Palisades. Okay, there were some suspects with fake fire engines. Okay, there have also been reports of people trying to go in and loot the homes of people that lost their homes in fire. Let's see what else. The wind, okay, some kind of way the wind has picked up and been spreading the fire. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. President Biden, okay, it was said that he has pledged, I believe, 100% support. Okay, now we know when president, the question is, will President Trump honor that or continue that? What will he do? So he's already going into office, and that's just one crisis. Okay, he's facing many crises. We know that, right, okay, there it is, LA 2028. Okay, so that's exactly, now that you put it there, that's exactly what I heard it was called. Okay, but there's allegedly some type of plan for the future of LA that was something maybe like a 15-minute city layout. And I actually have a video here on the channel explaining the concept of 15-minute cities. But, some people were saying, it's quite concerning that you have the LA 2028 agenda, and now all of a sudden this has happened, okay? But please share your thoughts on that, okay? Listen, y'all, okay, with everything going on, okay, I don't know if you all have realized it, but there are also several stores that are closing, okay? Now, we know that starting tomorrow, 12 noon, President Trump will be the 47th president. As I just shared and explained, he's been met with okay, you've heard of 15-minute cities. Yes, I hear that's kind of what the future plan was for Los Angeles, okay? But more stores are closing, okay? President Trump is coming into office tomorrow at 12 noon. He's already facing several crises, including the border and national security. He is said to, as of tomorrow, going to be signing several executive orders. Okay, it's supposed to be a record number of executive orders, they say. I'll talk more about this as it happens. But you know, our economy, okay, our economy be put in a position where it is stronger. Okay, so according to my sources, y'all, more than 2,000 stores are closing across the U.S. this year. And I just want to talk about a list of them. Okay, let me know if you have some of these stores in your particular area. Have you seen these stores closing? Okay, now this number, okay, listen, y'all. There was a tally of disclosures from 6 retail chains that found more than 2,000 stores have closed or are set to close across the United States in 2025. Okay, now that number, according to my sources, is up slightly from last year, but down from 2023, when the collapse of Bed Bath & Beyond contributed to the shuttering of more than 2,800 locations. Y'all remember Bed Bath & Beyond? Now, UBS analysts last year estimated retail closures could reach 45,000 stores. Do y'all hear this? By the year 2029, led largely by smaller stores going out of business, okay? Meanwhile, larger firms such as, do you shop at these places? Listen at the names. Larger firms such as Walmart, Costco, Target, and Home Depot continue to expand, okay? So it seemed like, according to my sources, based on what I just read, as the bigger stores are growing and expanding, some of the smaller stores are going out of business. Okay, I believe that these big stores like Walmart, Costco, Target, Home Depot are causing the smaller stores to go out of business. Now, I did a video last year sometime, and I was saying, hey, a lot of people are shopping it online. Stores like Amazon, Temu, what was the other? There was another, I can't even think of the name of it, Shein. Are those stores, okay, causing the smaller stores to go out of business? Okay, who do you think is to blame? What is going on? Now, topping this year's list, according to my sources, is said the twice bankrupt Party City. Okay, do y'all know that just a few weeks ago, right around the Christmas holiday, I believe, right, the holiday season, Party City, they said, which filed for Chapter 11 protection in late December, with 700 stores facing closure. Okay, a lot of people, including myself, shop at Party City, whether it's for birthday parties, celebrating like having Super Bowl parties or New Year's parties. So it was kind of shocking. Parties going out of business. Who's replacing Party City, or where are people not celebrating as much anymore? But let's go over some of the closures, okay? Let me keep going here. Okay, so we have Party City. I'm just naming a few. Okay, let me know if you've seen some of these places in your particular area closed. We have Party City. Big Lots. Okay, I've been seeing the store closing. You know how they have the big, usually it's like orange and yellow sign that says like store closing, going out of business. Entire store up to like 30% off, or, you know, and as the weeks go by, they, okay. Also, in some cases, Walgreens stores have been closing, as well as Family Dollar. Another store, Macy's, Kohl's. Okay, let me know if some of these stores are in your area. And that's all pretty much that's listed. Okay, and there could be a few others. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Y'all, I don't want to keep it too long. I want to kind of stay somewhere right around an hour. I think that was a good amount of time. Any other stories that I should be covering? Any other stories that I should be covering? Okay, so looking at the poll, first time watching Andrea Speaks TV, 80% of you said no, and 20% of you all said yes. Okay, so thank you all so much. Again, whether you're a first-time supporter, new subscriber, returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Okay, let me just see if there are any stories that have within the last hour or so. Please let me know if there's something that I overlooked. I do want to talk about this. Let me go back. You all know that I do some shopping from time to time at the farmer's market. And I have noticed recently that some of their eggs, they look very low on eggs. Okay. And I've been wondering, thank you, I appreciate you. Okay. Thank you so much. I've been wondering exactly what has been going on. Okay. Let me see what's happening here. There has been some bird flu here in Georgia. So give me just a second, y'all. Let me see if I can look that up. It's very concerning. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, there was an egg recall at Costco. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay, I had a subscription at Costco, but there have been so many recalls happening at Costco that I just chose not to. I chose not to renew my subscription. I don't know exactly what's going on with Costco and why they're having so many food recalls. Specifically when it comes to their Kirkland brand. I said I'm gonna just wait on that for a while. I don't know what's going on, but there's something happening here in Georgia that I wanted to speak about. Okay, listen to this. Okay, now according to my according to my sources, okay, all poultry activities have been suspended in Georgia after bird flu confirmed in a commercial operation. Listen to this, y'all. Okay, all poultry activities have been suspended in Georgia after bird flu was confirmed in a commercial poultry operation. Okay, now this positive bird flu case, my sources say, happened in Elbert County, was confirmed by the Georgia Department of Agriculture and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. A news release said, okay, this marks the first time, y'all, bird has been confirmed in a commercial poultry operation in Georgia since the nationwide outbreak began, in 2022, and the fifth time the virus has been detected in the state. Okay, all poultry exhibitions, including shows, swaps, meets, and sales, or like meetups, right? Not actual meat, but meets, MEET. Sales in Georgia have been suspended until further notice, the state's agriculture department announced. Also, all commercial poultry operations within a 6-mile radius have been placed under quarantine and will undergo surveillance testing for at least 2 weeks. Okay, here's a quote by the Georgia Agricultural Commissioner Tyler Harper, who said in a statement, and I quote, "This is a serious threat to Georgia's #1 industry and the livelihoods of thousands of Georgians who make their living in our state's poultry industry." Georgia Agriculture Commissioner Tyler Harper said in a statement, "We are working around the clock to mitigate any further spread of the disease and to ensure that normal poultry activities in Georgia can resume as quickly as possible." Okay, now on Wednesday it was said that the poultry producer noticed symptoms of the flu in their flock. Samples were collected the next morning, taken to the Georgia Poultry Laboratory Network for testing. The lab detected the positive case on Thursday afternoon in the USDA's National Veterinary Services Laboratory, confirmed it on Friday, according to the news released. Okay. The Georgia Agriculture Department's emergency management and response teams were then deployed to the operation on Friday for depopulation, cleaning, disinfecting, and disposal, they're saying, okay, according to the news release. And over the weekend, the teams are expected to continue work at the site, which had approximately 45,000 broiler breeders when the virus was detected. Okay, now the positive case, and I believe I put this story on the community tab. The positive case came about a week after the virus was detected in a backyard flock in Clayton County, according to the state's agriculture department. It also comes nearly 2 weeks after the nation's first human loss of bird flu was reported in Louisiana. Now, here on the channel, I think I mentioned maybe it's some years ago, there seemed to be an agenda to try to stop people from raising having chickens in their backyard. Not only chickens, but also having a garden. So this is very concerning. I did want to share this. I don't know if this was like a big story. This was something that happened in Georgia. Also, okay, now that I'm thinking about it, talk about what happened with this gas pipeline in Georgia. Okay, I don't think this was headline news, but let me also speak about what happened here. This happened a few days. Colonial Pipeline. Okay, you heard me speak about them maybe a year or two ago when they had the cyber attack. But listen to this, y'all. Okay, there was something else that happened. The Colonial Pipeline, okay, I believe based in Georgia, has temporarily shut its main gasoline line. Okay, let me read this again. The Colonial Pipeline temporarily shut its main gasoline line, okay, America's largest fuel pipeline, because of a leak in Georgia. Now, I didn't see this as national news. Okay, it was more so like maybe Metro Atlanta news. A lot of people panicked, went to buy gas because they didn't know if we were going to be facing a gas shortage. But listen to this, y'all. Okay? This just recently happened within the week. Line 1 of the 5,100-mile Colonial Pipeline had a, and I quote, gasoline release, according to Stephen Dooley, Paulding County Director of Emergency Management. Although Dooley said Colonial told him the leak was, and I quote, not an emergency event. Okay, that all right, y'all. What you mean? It's a gas leak, but it's not an emergency. Okay, make that make sense. So, again, let me read. According to Dooley, Paulding County Director of Emergency Management, although Dooley said Colonial told him that was, and I quote, not an emergency event. I don't know about that, okay? The pipeline has been shut down as the company works on repairs, okay? At the release site, that's in quotation marks, at Peg Coal Ridge Trail, that's in Villa Rica, Georgia, Dooley said a number of Colonial Pipeline vehicles were present as employees tried to fix the leak, okay? The Colonial Pipeline is one of the most important pieces of energy infrastructure in the United States, providing nearly half the gasoline and diesel consumed by the East Coast. Okay, listen to this, y'all. So if you're anywhere along the East Coast, you should know about this, okay? The impacted pipeline, which is line 1, is a vital part of the biggest pipeline system in the United States and carries 1.5 million barrels of fuel per day from Texas into North Carolina. Okay, now it was said, according to Colonial Pipeline Company spokesperson David Conti, and I hope Colonial Pipeline is responding to a report of a potential gasoline lease on our right-of-way in Paulding County, Georgia. We have temporarily shut down line 1. Crews are on the scene coordinating response efforts, and we have made all required notifications, okay? They also said that there's no timetable, okay, at this point for when line 1 will be restarted. Now, they did not advise people to go out and buy gas, but, you know, just thinking, using common sense, okay, if they had to shut down this major pipeline, you know, who knows if there will be any type of gas shortage, okay? All right, y'all. So I want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Stay tuned to the community tab again. There's going to be a winter storm hitting my particular area. I'll try to go live tomorrow. I know that, you know, tomorrow, of course, is Inauguration Day. And there are several days. I do have some things that I need to be, that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I may not be able to just necessarily sit down and watch all of the inauguration live as it happens, but I'll try to, you know, catch as much as, I try to catch as much as I can and report here on the channel, okay? But I won't be able, due to, you know, previous obligations and things like that, I won't be able to go live as it's happening and watch it with you, but I will try to catch some of it, if I can, while I can, and come back and talk to you all about it later, okay? Again, y'all, super excited. I feel like tomorrow, let me know, I don't know, do you have these same feelings? I feel like tomorrow starts a brand new day in America. Again, I'm so glad that we have a president coming in who is going to fight for our children and fight against this gender confusion, these ideologies and teachings where children are taught to question, am I really a boy? Am I really a girl? All of that. Our president has said he's going to be away with all of that and not supporting that. So as a parent, okay, that is something very, very good to hear. All right. Thank you all so much for continuing to support me. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Again, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, join our community. I appreciate those of y'all who have joined even during this live. I'm just typing here in the channel. Thank you for your support. I appreciate all of you. Take care. Stay safe and stay warm. Y'all, sorry about that, okay? All right, thank you all. I appreciate you. Good night. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Tomorrow starts a new day. Hopefully, a new day for the better for our people, for our country here in the United States, okay? Take care, y'all. Talk to you later.